Welcome back to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Very happy to be joined by the newest member of the Cleveland Browns, cornerback Tyson Campbell. And Tyson, just kind of take us through how this all went down. It's a rare trade on a Wednesday night in the National Football League, especially for you coming off of a Monday night game. Just kind of take us through that week, how you got the news and how you got up here to get on the practice field Thursday.
Yeah, it was surreal. I was watching film on the Seahawks at the time, who the Jags were going to play that weekend, and got a call at like around 9:30 at night. Told me I've been traded to Cleveland, and my phone started blowing up after that. My agent, family, friends, and then, of course, Andrew Berry called me.
Sure.
He told me they got a flight for me the next morning. And next morning I was out practicing and learned a whole new defense and meet whole new teammates and staff and suited up on Sunday.
You most certainly did. It had to be a little wild for you. I know down in Jacksonville, you'd signed that big deal. You'd had a great start to your career, 6 interceptions, over 40 passes defense. You had 6 of them on the season this year, but new staff down there, kind of a new defense, right? Playing a little bit more zone, and you get that call, you come up here, and I think it was right around here on the field where Jim Schwartz said, I'm going to make this really easy for you. You're going to play a lot of man coverage here.
Yeah, that's exactly what they told me. That kind of made it an easier kind of adjustment to learn a new defense, knowing they play a lot of man and do, put in some zone as well to diverse it up. But, yeah, it was, still an adjustment, but through the grace of God, I was able to, suit up and compete out there with my teammates.
What was it like going out there? I mean, all of a sudden you're playing. These are NFL games, and you got a pretty darn good player, and DK Metcalf lined up from you most of that game. Just being out there with a whole new team, new uniform, was it kind of surreal?
Yeah, it was definitely surreal, a bit of a shock. But once, let's say after the first few drives, I was like, I'm here, so let's try to get a win. And that was my whole thought process, just lean on God and lean on my God blessed talents and leaning on my teammates. They helped me a lot throughout the week, communicating with me and making sure I got the plays down and allow me to play faster.
What did you like about what you were able to do in that game against the Steelers?
I liked that I was able to, get my hand on some balls. They would feel like I could have, be in a situation to get, forced turnovers. But, God blessed me another opportunity this week. So take advantage of that and learn from my mistakes and improve week by week.
Yeah, what do you want to clean up?
Just my technique, of course, tackling, make sure I'm wrapping up.
You shot into the backfield that one. I know you didn't get them, but that stood out. You don't see outside corners making plays like that very often.
Yeah, and then, get my head around earlier, being able to make a play on the ball. So
after the game, how did you feel? Because, to come off a Monday, you fly up here on a Thursday, get on the field, you play another game, and there were a lot of snaps, and they tried a lot of verticals against you. How did you feel coming out of that one?
I feel like I did solid, not up to my standard, but like I said, I'm blessed with another opportunity to improve, and feel on the given circumstances I was in, I feel like I did all right, and not another week in here, adjusted, learning more of the defense. I feel like I should improve week by week.
What's it like having a guy like Denzel Ward on the other side?
Yeah, man, it's great, man. A guy that's been, dominant and a great player throughout his career here. Definitely somebody that you like to learn from and pick their brain about some things, and I've definitely been doing that and definitely helping me out a lot, him and Coach Lynch.
I was going to say, so you bring up one of our favorite guys here. Always smiling, always positive, and just, I think, a fantastic coach. What's it been like just getting to know him, and I'm sure you've kind of picked up already on his style of coaching?
Yeah, of course, you already see how great of a coach he is, but you also see how great of a man he is.
Absolutely.
Faith-driven, all about, bringing the guys with you, never making you feel like you're alone. You always have somebody with you and make sure you bring your teammate with you as well. So definitely a guy that I've grown accustomed to and grew close with through my time here.
Yeah, he's great. Every time he walks by our studio, we're like, come on in. We like that. B. Lynch, come sit down. So, as you said, another opportunity this week. It's going to be the Miami Dolphins come to town. Jalen Waddle, obviously a very productive receiver. They use a lot of motions, a lot of shifts. They try to get the ball out quick, get a lot of yards after the catch. totally kind of a different challenge in some ways from what we just saw with the Pittsburgh Steelers, what you just saw there. How's kind of the preparation going for this week?
It's going well, man. Definitely trying to make ways for them to, keep the ball, to keep the quarterback to keep the ball in his hand, make him indecisive, and get our hands on the ball, force some turnovers, get the ball back to offense, or score the ball ourselves, put points on the board. So
yeah, Josh Hines-Allen in front of you had some good pass rushers in Jacksonville. Now you get an opportunity to play behind Myles Garrett, and one of those things, when you play, the ball is going to come out quick. You want to try to get him to hold it, but the ball is just going to come out quick. So maybe some more opportunities there when you know that they don't have the luxury of holding it for all that long.
For sure, definitely. Myles, already Hall of Famer, so it's definitely a privilege to be, out there playing with him. And like I said, Denzel Ward and a bunch of great players on his defense.
I know in Jacksonville you'd get some rain. It'd probably be sunny, hot, and then the rain comes in and gets all muggy. Well, sounds like you're going to get some rain on the shores of Lake Erie. A little bit of a different environment, windy, probably a little colder. You played at Georgia, obviously, then Jacksonville, so you're used to the South and the warm weather. Is this going to be a little bit of an adjustment for you as you get used to this up here?
Yeah, definitely going to be an adjustment, but, I'm ready for it, excited for it, and I feel like, I'm going to tone it out and focus on the task at hand, which is leaving Sunday with a win.
Did you know Greg at all? Drafted 7 picks after him, same draft class?
I knew of him. I didn't know him personally,
okay,
but definitely knew of him during his time at Northwestern, and we have mutual friends as well.
It's rare that you get a one-for-one position-for-position trade, but he could give you insights here. You could give him insights there. It's just one of those unique things. I was wondering if you guys knew each other. What have you thought so far about coming up here? And, it's a whole new facility. It's a whole new, you're probably like, where am I even going in here? How has that adjustment been for you?
Still figuring out the roundabouts.
Good food here.
Yeah, real good food.
Good food here. Yes, you're gonna like that cafe.
Still learning, shortcuts and whatever places I need to go and whatnot. So it's been an adjustment, but I think I'm getting better.
All right, what's one thing I always like to ask people when they finally join the team? And for you, we know it says Campbell on the back of your jersey. What's one thing, it doesn't have to be football related, all it can be if that's what you want, but what's one thing you want Browns fans, now that Tyson Campbell's a Cleveland Brown and a part of their family, what's one thing you want Browns fans to know about you? Or to think about you when they see you out there? Be like, Tyson Campbell, yeah.
Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Definitely faith-driven. Everything I do on the field, and I do it to give him the glory. And I try to steward this blessing. And I do believe that this is a blessing to have a job here, to have a job in the NFL. So I try to steward the best way I can. So definitely want people to know that, I'm definitely Christ-driven.
That's awesome. Tyson, it's a pleasure to meet you. Good luck on Sunday. It'll be a great time for your first pick as a Brown right there in front of the home fans against the Dolphins.
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
All right. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.